A design system.
10年あなたのキャリア
Let's get started.
Hello.
Hey, Quaker.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Discord works fine. How about the YouTube? Quaker, are you checking the YouTube?
Not really.
It's working?
It's already started. I will share the link later.
Thanks.
Anyway, thank you for coming to our AMA.
Thank you.
Let's wait for people to talk in for like a few more minutes.
Did you tweet that we are starting the call? Okay.
Alright. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Did you already announced that our MA will be sorry, broadcasted on YouTube, right? So yeah, let's start. So please post questions or any comment on our community call channel here, or you can post comment on YouTube as well, I guess. And we will pick up. Yeah, we will pick up answers. Questions from there, and we will answer them in the later part of this event. And lastly,
we've already got 7 questions from Lions. How to pronounce? And Xerox Knights. I see Xerox Knights here. And
yeah, we will cover those questions we already got in this space. And one thing I need to mention that we are giving, Galxe OAT to this event attendance. So please go to Orange Galaxy page and mint special NFT after this event.
does it require any link to visit? Or just go to the Galaxy page?
I'm not sure. Then
can you put the link to the channel later?
okay, we will put it later, and we will
Yeah,
make
sure.
guidance later for that.
Okay, let's start.
Okay, let's start. So let's share our slide here, and let's make a brief introduction of Orange Finance and ourselves. By the way, I'm Kohaku, working as base lead on Orange Finance. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Shino, co-founded Orange Finance with Kohaku and Zen. I majorly do the smart contract development and the strategy side. Nice to meet you guys. Glad to be here. Yeah, you can start.
All right, let's start. Then could you share the slide? Is it already?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so let's start. You can also see the slides through our YouTube channel. Please check there as well. So, again, thank you for coming to our first community call here. And we're glad to be here. So, Orange Finance is the automated liquidity manager with delta hedging strategy on Arbitrum, as you know. Our mission is maximizing capital efficiency of liquidity providing with delta hedging strategy. We assist investors at all levels, from retail users to institutional investors, in seeking real yield by being capital efficient liquidity manager in this space. So currently, the DeFi liquidity manager space, looking at the DeFi space, currently, especially for Uniswap Weekly, is the most profitable protocol for generating real yield. But we can't see any DEX protocols themselves to surface users' need. Like Uniswap Weekly has achieved capital efficient liquidity providing compared to Uniswap V2 for any asset in expense of retail friendliness. So only few professional traders actually can get benefit from the capital efficiency of Uniswap V3 because it asks users to manage with complex tasks like price range setting, rebalancing strategy, and so on. So this is actually quite difficult to get benefit and get real yield from Uniswap V3 by providing liquidity. So that's why we need liquidity manager protocols. But the current situation, so far, like existing liquidity managers actually didn't work well. Like they set the relatively wider price range, like really wide price range, because they need to avoid frequent rebalancing, which causes the locking in permanent losses. So actually, the liquidity managers actually didn't get any benefit from Uniswap V3, although they do the liquidity management on behalf of retail users. They actually fail to provide real juicy yield to retail users, and that's why we are now developing Orange Finance with narrower range with delta hedging strategy. Yeah, could you go next slide? And yeah, so Orange Finance basically offers the strategic vaults designed for efficient liquidity management, utilizing sophisticated hedging strategies to generate revenues indexes, not only Uniswap V3, but other DEXs as well in the future. So how Orange Finance works, we provide three main features: delta hedging strategy, smart liquidity providing, and auto rebalancing and compounding. And let me explain one by one. As for delta hedging strategy, so this is simple actually. We implement a delta hedging strategy, means we take a short position of ETH against USDC. As for the current alpha vault, by using lending protocols, perpetual protocols, or any other derivatives like options. By doing that, we mitigate the losses due to the price movement of assets and try to mitigate the losses of retail users, liquidity providers, and try to provide only real juicy yield from Uniswap V3. So this is our first feature, and the second one is smart liquidity providing. This is basically we calculate the volatility of the asset pair by using statistical model. And so far we utilize the Bollinger Band and the 3DMA to calculate and simulate the volatility of ETH and USDC pair. And we set the optimal price range for our retail users. Also, additionally, we flexibly set the price range based on the market. So when volatility is low, we set a relatively narrower price range, and vice versa. Everything is to maximize the capital efficient real yield from Uniswap V3. And by combining with the delta hedging strategy, that's actually the unique point of Orange Finance. We set a relatively narrower price range compared to other existing competitors. And we try to get the maximized capital efficient real yield from Uniswap V3. Because even we phase to frequent rebalancing, we could mitigate the losses due to those rebalancing by using that hedging strategy. That's why we can set the narrow price range and we can get the more capital efficient yield from university. And the last one is the old compounding and rebalancing. Of course, this is the inevitable feature for liquidity managers. Although we simulate the price range based on the statistical model, sometimes price moves out of the range. And in that case, this is more like operational part, but we timely rebalance the price range and adjust the hedging position based on the market, try to mitigate the losses from the market movement, and so on. So those tasks are quite complicated for retail users. So our vote will do that on behalf of any liquidity providers.
Currently, we check the position once every hours by our off-chain script, rebalance bot, and also we also run the Gelato bot to check to avoid the RBS liquidation 24/7.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the Okay, and this is a simplified version of architecture. This is actually quite simple. So liquidity providers just deposit the USDC into a vault, and this goes to Uniswap V3, and the providers has to do nothing. Instead, our hedging module and the strategy module, this behind our vault, will do everything, like setting price range, adjusting hedging position, and rebalancing, auto compounding, and so on. So the only thing liquidity providers need to do is deposit liquidity into our vaults, and they can get real yield from Uniswap V3. So let's look at our current vaults, which means the Alpha Orange vault. So we launched this vault last month for Uni-V3's ECSDC pool on Arbitrum. And so far we have about 250,000 USD in the vaults. Actually, our first market cap, vault cap, was filled in 5 days. So actually, we really glad to see many users now deposit liquidity into our vault. So this vault now utilizing hedging control strategies, and we try to get capital efficient yield from ECSDC pool on university. And thankfully, we got a lot of partners and the KOLs like the Haniger, Digital Score, Blockmates, Hungry, Cryptolink. With their support, I think we could attract a lot of users in the DeFi space. Okay, let's look at our current performance of the vault. Actually, the vault performance is now negative, not positive.
Yeah, like -5% for the 1 month.
So at the moment, this is because the hedge control mechanism was swung around by the trend change and causing impermanent losses. And adding to that, actually we had a really small miner back at the inception of the vault. for rebalancing bot.
Yeah.
We fixed this bug, and this is updated on 12th May. So we updated our bot bug and improving performance.
Yeah, actually, at the first week, the rebalance bot doesn't work as same as our back test, and after the 1 week later, I analyzed what's the difference between those back tests and the rebalance bot, and I fixed one bug on that, which is that in a smart control level, we deprecate the range rebalance and the hedge rebalance into two separate things. But like in the operation side, when we just wanna rebalance the hedge position, but the rebalance bot also takes the latest range setting press band to a new setting. So that was the different part, and I fixed that. And after 12 May, you can go to the next slide. I see that the rebalance bot is working exactly same as the back test. And also you can go to the next slide. And the result is also same. So 1 month passed, and actually you see the light blue line, which represent the performance when you hodl like 50% ETH, 50% USDC. Even we got a -5% loss. We slightly perform better than the hodl. So we cannot say the bot is just bad. And due to the fact that it was identical compared to the actual data, I consider this is a very significant milestone, because it proves that to users, two things. One, the backtest calculation were correct, first of all, and the bot is performing as promised before we deploy the bot as backtest. And you can go to the next slide. So we can say, we can now believe the backtest result. This is a backtest using the last 1 year and a few months data, using our alpha bot, the same parameter, same strategy. So we can say that if the bot was deployed a year ago, the 40% positive result is pretty much realistic. But due to the fact that you can see that the bot is actually not so stable, it's pretty aggressive. It can go -5% in 2 weeks, but like +10% in 2 weeks as well. It's pretty aggressive. So just 1 month passed, but we should look at the more long term. We need long term to see the actual bot's efficiency and the result.
All right, so like in this short period of time, our bot performance is negative, but we believe the performance will be turned to be positive in the long run, as our backtest in the last year proved. Okay, you can go to next slide. So far we launched Alpha Orange Boat last month, and let's look at the future of Orange Finance in the short run and the long run. So in the short run, actually, as we announced before, we are going to launch Delta Neutral Vote on Arbitrum as well, for ECUSDC pool, the same pool on Uniswap V3. So this is actually our original idea. We started Orange Finance with Delta Neutral Vote idea, and now we updated our strategy to the hedge control strategy. So we launched that with Alpha Orange Vote, but we could see that delta neutral vote can perform well in a certain market condition, and that's why we decided to launch delta neutral vote as well on Arbitrum. So this will be, actually this is coming really soon, like next week, so stay tuned. So now the users can choose between those two votes based on your risk appetite. So like if you like more aggressive strategy, you can choose Alpha Orange vote. And if you are more conservative, you can choose delta neutral vote. So like Alpha Orange vote can potentially get more high APR, high real yield, but it also has a kind of risk for providing liquidity, for being LP. And delta neutral vote may only perform like more modest performance, but it can be more relatively safer than the other one.
Yeah, from the backtesting, I see the delta neutral vote is not so aggressive. It's not aggressive at all actually, and performs a legit fee revenue in the long term, like few percent, 5%. I see 5% that from backtesting. I think I'm going to post delta neutral vote backtesting result article before the launch, same as the Alpha Orange vote launch moment.
Okay, so we're gonna launch delta neutral vote, followed by Ether Maxi vote launch in June. So this one is like the opposite of the Alpha Orange vote. So now with the current vote, you deposit USDC and you will get reward in USDC. And you take short position of ETH against USDC. So this is the current vote. So Ether Maxi vote is opposite. So you deposit ETH and you get reward in ETH, and you get short position of USDC against ETH. It means like more like the long position of ETH. So if you really like ETH, like if you are the ETH Maxi, you may like this vote because you can get the reward. I mean, you can manage your investment decision in ETH. So this is our upcoming vote in the short run. And adding to that, we keep updating our strategy, as I said. So like currently we are now using like 3-day moving average, Bollinger Japan, and so on. But we keep exploring our strategy. Like we now doing like testing like Galxe model, Arch model, and other statistical model to find the most optimal strategy for liquidity provision. And in August, actually it's July, I guess, we try to expand our Orange Finance ecosystem. So like not only for Uniswap, but we're gonna launch a vote for other DEXs like Camelot. The DEXs which has which has the concentrated liquidity type DEXs, like Uniswap basically. So we are thinking to expand our ecosystem across the DeFi protocols, Camelot, TraderJoe, and so on. And we keep updating our strategy, as I said. So not only for the price range setting, but also like changing the hedging strategy as well, like hedge method. We're now using Aave, but we can explore to other protocols, like, as I said, options, arbitrage market. And the point is we keep updating our strategy behind the vaults. And in the long run, so we started our protocol, Orange Finance, as a liquidity manager for Uniswap recently. But we try to make this protocol as like structured product protocol, which seeks the best yield in the DeFi space, in the DEXs, especially DEXs, the real yield. And we try to provide the best opportunity for users. So this is our longer term vision, and we keep updating and improving our vaults, our protocol together. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it, right?
Thank you. Thank you, Kofaku. We can move on to the QA session. We got 7 questions beforehand. You can post new questions anytime. If we cannot cover in this session, we will write up in text and post in docs or the server here. So, okay. The first questions we got is, just a moment. CC questions. There are from Lion Zoo. Yeah, he got 6 questions out of 7. Thank you. There are numerous protocols with delta neutral vote. What makes Orange different? So yeah, I understand. There are many. But Uniswap VC CCP is basically the biggest among the ones we are dealing with. And the bot that is doing the delta neutral on this pool is not yet on Arbitrum. And for LP manager, there are 2 important factors. One is a range setting, and the other one is a hedging strategy. So delta neutral is a hedging strategy, and all protocols are roughly the same on this strategy. Like just adjust the delta to 0, with using like something perpetual options, stuff like that. Therefore, one of the differences on this is how often and when to adjust to the delta neutral. And Orange Finance smart contract level has a separate hedge rebalance from the range rebalance. So which allows only the hedge position to be adjusted to delta neutral without fixing the entire impermanent loss. And it is the range inputs that makes the bigger difference, I think. They generate revenue efficiently by making the range as narrow as possible while keeping impermanent loss low. This has to be decided with a reference to volatility, and it is where the strategy differs from protocol to protocol. So what makes Orange different from other protocol is one, like around the delta neutral, we can only do the hedge rebalance while keep the range the same, so that we don't fix the impermanent loss. And also, the major change comes into the range setting. So compared to other protocol, yeah, Kwaku said that we set a range narrower than other protocol. So that's the major difference from other protocols. And the second questions, yeah, Rage retired in the neutral port due to poor performance. First of all, the Rage is different, totally different from, delta neutral is the same, but compared to Rage, we are delta neutral and liquidity position. So we cannot say that when the Rage's delta neutral bot is bad, the liquidity manager's delta neutral performs poorly as well. Do you have any Kwaku
Oh yeah.
on this?
So like as I said, the Uniswap basically is the most profitable DeFi protocols. Like even compared with GMX, so like the performance should be different from the delta neutral vote of rage trade, and like so it's hard to compare our votes and the rage trade votes, as Simon said. And yeah.
I'm not sure how long Rage was like working for the delta neutral vote. Like how long? Like, and also did they have a backtesting something? Like we see that the delta neutral vote on Uniswap v3 can perform profitable from the backtesting. So like for me personally, I'm sure the like delta neutral vote on LP AMM, concentrated liquidity AMM can perform profitably.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the backtesting of rage trades, but I think their vote has started like last year, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, so as Tino said, for the answer to the previous question, Orange Finance has, I can say, like more sophisticated operation and strategy for the neutral setting, so that can differentiate our protocol from rage trade and or any other delta neutral votes.
Thank you. Let's go to the number 3.
All right. And let's moving to the next one. So this one is describe the vision of Orange. What are the plans for the future? So about this, I think I covered about this part in the last slide of the deck. The roadmap. So we're gonna launch delta neutral vote. We're gonna expand our Orange Finance ecosystem across the other DeFi DEXs, AMM, like Camelot, Trader Joe, and so on. And we're gonna explore more sophisticated strategy about price range setting, hedging strategy, and so on. So we aim to become more sophisticated and optimized structured product protocol, measuring DEXs to get real yield in the DeFi space. So this is our long-term vision and the roadmap. Okay, so let's move to the next one. The next question is, so like with liquidity dwindling across crypto in general, what makes Orange stand out and siphon this liquidity? Okay, so about this question, we all see like token rewards debt and liquidity has gone from DeFi space. So like inflationary token rewards actually don't work anymore in the DeFi space. And the remaining liquidity seeks real yield in the DeFi space. Like that's why GMX or any real yield protocol has emerged in this bear market. So everyone's now looking for the real yield opportunity in the DeFi space, and Orange Finance will provide real yield opportunity across the space. We start the vote for Uniswap v3 because this is the most profitable protocol in the DeFi space. The best honeypot. I mean, we can get best juicy real yield from Uniswap v3 if we manage liquidity. How can I say? Correctly.
It doesn't have to be like the highest APR, but like we are seeking for the real yield, right?
Yeah, that's
the legit one.
so we try keep seeking the real yield, legit yield from like DEXs or any other protocols. And
We
and
already
so
know, we already know that like 800 APR by the token incentive never come true. Yes.
yeah, that's
But
like
AMP come with USDC and ETH, which is legit.
yeah, it only like the inflationary token reward is like only lasts
Right.
like even a few days, even less than 1 day. So
Yeah. It's fun though.
it's fun though. Actually, we like those kind of opportunity as well, personally. But our protocol try to provide
Yeah, the real
legit yield. And we see the trading fee on DEXs is the largest at this moment. And but few protocols explore this area. So that's why we believe Orange Finance can be stand out and siphon those remaining liquidity in the DeFi space. Yeah, so let's move to the next question. Can you answer to this question?
Yeah.
Okay,
With current market conditions, chop. This neutral is probably okay, but discuss the implications of bullish bearish scenario. Data neutral is a strategy that ignores the trend at any time. So it is super difficult to predict price movement correctly. Even if it's going to up or down, it's very difficult. So generally, data neutral is still weak to high volatility due to the fact that most of the data neutral bot is not hedging gamma. So when BTC jumps rapidly to 35K, the portfolio value doesn't acquire any loss and doesn't acquire much gain as well. The Orange's data neutral bot shares the same feature that is weak at high volatility, but we set a wider price range in such case, so due to that the volatility is high, so impermanent loss should be mitigated compared to other data neutral bot. So you won't have any loss nor gain by the sudden pump in the price. Orange's strength is the ability to control data from 0% to 100%, even over 100%. Our current bot's hedging strategy is called hedge control strategy. Actively change the delta based on the current market situation. It's trying not to miss the pump in price. So we will have two bots. Now delta hedging bots and next the data neutral bot. If you want to just stable, doesn't care about the price movement, income, choose the data neutral bot. If you want to try both fee revenue and also the gain from the pump, choose the hedge control bot. Okay, I think I answered it. If you have a further question, you can post to the channel.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so for next question, why uni and not treasure show? And can you elaborate on fees on both of these? So like, this is asking why we choose uni, right? So as I posted the image on the CC question channel, you can see, and as I said, Uniswap is the most profitable protocol, DEXs in the DeFi space. So like TraderJoe is based on this image, token terminal. Their fees, their earning fees in the past 6 months is like 12 million USD. While Uniswap has earned 269 million in the fees. So this is obviously clearly Uniswap is superior. I mean, earns more than trader job, and we can see the better opportunity on Uniswap this week. That's why we choose Uniswap for our first vote. But this doesn't mean that we only focus on Uniswap this week. As I said in the roadmap section, we are going to expand our strategic votes to other DEXs as well. So not only Uniswap this week, including Trader Joe and other DEXs like Camelot, Kronos, and so on. We are going to expand our strategy, but we choose Uniswap this week because this is the most profitable opportunity at this moment. Yeah. And right, so we only have one more question, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a question yesterday. Can you please briefly introduce the liquidity management strategies when price changes? How does it work, and how do you predict price changes? So first of all, Orange Finance, we are not trying to predict a price movement because it's very difficult, like almost impossibly difficult. But we try to predict the range of the price movement by volatility. We think it's possible. So we set the price band and hedge percent price band by the measuring volatility. Now using the Bollinger Band, we're trying using Galxe model and implied volatility as well, but still in research right now. We set a price band and hedge percentage separately. So range setting comes with a volatility analysis, and hedge percentage is by trend analysis. This is where it sounds like we are trying to predict price changes, but we are not. Trend analysis sounds but we are not going to predict price movement. So the point is that we've seen trying to hedge delta efficiently since delta neutral is not always good, right? Especially when the market is in range market or bull market. So no hedge on gamma will cause loss by the price movement when price goes up. So when price goes up, we cannot change. We just hedge the delta. So for example, we hedge 10 ETH. But when price moves up on the Uniswap position, the amount of ETH decrease. So price increase makes us shorting ETH. So we need a position update, which is a rebalancing. So no hedge on gamma will cause loss by the price movement when price goes up. So there are three major market category. One is a bull and range market and bear market. So only bear market, 1 in 3 situation is where we really need a hedge. So we think there are plenty of opportunity to reduce hedging costs and also the opportunity loss by hedging. And as a first experiment, we directly analysis the market trend, and apply to decide the hedge percentage. And that resulted increase our backtesting result a lot. So this is still, we don't have much logic on it. We have a backtesting logic. We choose to use this as to make the hedge more efficiently on the bot, on the alpha bot. And fortunately, we have successfully proved that the bot performs exactly the same as the backtesting strategy. I'm so positive on it. So the answer here is that, go back to the questions. So answer here is that so we are not trying to predict the price movement, but range of the price movement by volatility. And somehow we wanna reduce the hedge cost and opportunity loss and makes the bot performing better and better. So that's the basic criteria of our strategy side.
Okay, thank you. So we covered all of the questions we got, right?
Yeah.
If we don't have any more new question, any new question, I think we can conclude our first event here. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any questions.
All right. Okay, so thank you for guys to participating our first community call. Actually, this is the first event for us, so
yeah,
a little bit nervous and
thank you guys for questions. Yeah, especially the guys post a question. Thanks so much.
But thank you for guys again.
Yeah,
we really glad to have you guys here this time.
Yeah, glad to see you guys here.
And yeah, we are planning to do more and more AMA like community call or like Twitter is from now on, updating our information and keep posting our updated strategy and our future plan with our audio contents. So please stay tuned for the Orange Finance roadmap and from now on again. Okay, so lastly, again, we are giving Galaxy OAT this event attendance. Please go to Orange Galaxy page and mint special NFT. We're gonna. Are we?
I don't know.
Yeah. Then already posted the link in the CC questions channel. We can go to the page from there. So yeah, let's finish this event and thank you for guys. Bye. Again.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Bye.